How's it going, guys? Thanks for watching another video. So I've watched a couple of XFL football games, and you know what? I kind of like it. I think performance-wise, it's somewhere in between college football and NFL, but what I want to talk about tonight are some of the rules that make it different from the NFL. First thing I noticed when I was watching the game was it was just going at a super quick pace. I looked at the game clock and it was not stopping. It didn't matter if there was an incomplete pass or if somebody went out of bounds. It just kept going. Now when it got to the 2-minute warning, things were a little bit weird, but for the most part, the game clock just kept going. And the play clock is only at 25 seconds, so if you combine that with a game clock that doesn't stop, the action just keeps coming. Now the next huge obvious thing I saw were the kickoffs, right? So kicker kicks it, nobody moves. People are just kind of waiting until the receiver catches it. Now, once the receiver catches it, then there's movement. Now, for me, it looks like this is safer. And the second thing is, it looks like it encourages more returns. Like, I didn't see any touchbacks, so that's great for the action of the game. The other thing that I noticed, there was a penalty where I guess the kicker didn't kick it far enough and it landed in between the 30 and the 20. Crazy penalty. So the receiving team gets it on the kicking team's 45-yard line. That is insane. You better kick that ball, bitch. All right, and the third major difference I seen was the point after, right? So after the touchdown, you just can't kick the ball in and score a point. You still got field goals, still worth 3, but now the point after, you got to either punch it in, run it in, pass it in from the 2, the 5, or the 10. That's going to be worth 1, 2, or 3 points. So that's actually really good. It's like, how good is your running game? You want to just bash it in from the 10, or you want to try to toss it in from the 10-yard line. So that's a huge difference from the old NFL point after. Now the next change is a big one. So you know, like in NFL where there's a challenge and they're reviewing the play and they're just kind of cutting back and forth between benches and they keep showing the replay over and over again. Well, with the XFL, it actually peels back the curtain a little bit and you can see the process as to what's going on between the booth and the officials down on the field. They actually had a camera up in the replay booth and the guy was kind of like, okay, give me a second, let me check out this angle. Looks like we got 2 steps on a turn, da-da-da-da-da-da. And you can see them communicating back and forth between the booth and the field. Now, there's going to be other examples where they're going to use that type of communications in different parts of the XFL, and I can't wait to see where it goes. And finally, the big one here, the overtime rule, which we didn't have a chance to see yet, but now both sides are going to have a chance to get into that end zone. So the way that they're going to work it looks a little bit something like this. So it's 5 rounds on the 5-yard line. You get 1 chance to punch it in, and it just keeps going back and forth until somebody wins. And this is great because I do not like relying on a flip of a coin to decide who's going to win a football game in overtime. Now, it is important to note that this is an entirely different animal than the XFL before, where it was really theatrical and super WWE. This is a legitimate football league, and I think you guys are going to enjoy watching it. So if you haven't seen it, check it out on YouTube. They got a few highlights of the games. I saw a lot of good catches and passes and runs and some really solid hits, and I cannot wait to see where the XFL is going to end up. Guys, that's the ending of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Kimo365, please do. And remember, I'll catch you guys laters.